Always a tricky game at home to Liverpool, but I feel like Mikel Merino was put into the lineup today and did a decent job, to be honest. Obviously, he had a couple of shaky moments, took him some time to get into a game, but I thought he was quite impressive as the game progressed. But of course, Gunners, before I begin, if you are new here, please hit the subscribe button and hit the like button too. It'll be greatly appreciated. But let's just get on to it, and I just want to show you this first screenshot. 26 minutes in, Merino is a bit more settled into the game here. Look at the pocket of space he's picked up. I really love this. So intelligent for him to pick this up. Look at the midfielders, Curtis Jones and Gravenberch. He's deceived them, you know. It's the small things like this, small details, finding the spaces, finding the pockets. You know, without Ødegaard, we need somebody to fill the gap in, to find the pockets of spaces and link the midfield to the attack. I feel like Merino with Martinelli did that at times, and obviously he finds himself in a lot of space. We've got McAllister over here as well. It's just a lot of ground for him to eat up. He's able to make the decision on himself, and his experience, you know, the decision making, the timing to find himself in these areas, to release the ball, which he did, into the path of Martinelli, who can then just go straight on the byline and get at Trent. This is what we needed, somebody to find Martinelli, connect the dots. And it may seem silly, but him just purely being left-footed, guys, is really important. I feel like, you know, we've needed someone with this left foot, because it just makes angles and passing a lot more easier. That's no shade at Declan Rice, who can play the 8 role to a really high standard as well. But I feel like him in the 6 with Merino in the 8, it enables him to, you know, sort of link better Merino when he's in this sort of area, because of his left foot, because of the angles he's able to pick up and the experience in these forward areas. But that's not even it, Gunners. The next piece of stuff I thought it was really lovely was Merino's touch, you know. And the reason I pulled this out is purely because I want you Gunners to know Mikel Merino is such a flexible player. For someone so tall, 6'2", the way he's flexible, the way he gets his leg up, you know, this is a bit clearer here. It's absolutely remarkable. Arteta's building a side here with big men who are technical and really good with their feet and know how to maneuver themselves. We talk about the Salibas. Sometimes he's tiptoeing on the ball, tiptoeing defending, even though he's so large and so, you know, sort of tall. Declan Rice as well is an engine, a machine, but he's got some technical ability about him. It was actually Declan Rice who found Merino here. And of course, the next thing was, again, him and Martinelli, this sort of closeness they have here, the rotations here. So normally Martinelli would be picking it up here 1v1 against Trent, but it's Merino. Martinelli's now staying back. It's just these quick fluid rotations, and I feel like that's what Arsenal are trying to do this season. Be a lot more fluid, be a lot more rotational, be sort of, you know, a chameleon against the other teams in the Premier League. And it was really nice to see this from Mikel Merino. Let us move on to the next thing, and this was beautiful stuff. I want to just highlight this Timber, Merino, Martinelli triangle. Isn't that beautiful, guys? You know what this reminds me of? The Zinchenko, Xhaka, Martinelli times. Finally, we've got that link. Even Gabriel's involved here. You can even stretch out the triangle. It's so beautiful to see this, to even draw it, you know. Mikel Merino picking up the ball here he is. And you know, it's intelligence and also the confidence to play the next pass. If you didn't know, he ends up finding Julian Timber here, and it's a really nice, you know, sort of splitting pass here. I think it is Salah and Trent. They couldn't deal with it. It's the small details like this. Timber's then able to attack in here, or he's able to hold it here, and I think in the end it goes to Martinelli, who comes into this space. But again, the rotations, the fluid nature, Timber in an attacking position, Martinelli in the left back role, Merino in the left wing back position. It's so rotational, and it's really nice to see already Merino's picking up these relationships with Martinelli and Timber, who I think had a really strong game himself. But yeah, I really enjoyed seeing this sort of triangle formed within all the players on the left hand side of the pitch. It just gives me a lot of confidence for the future. Let us move on to the next action. And of course, it's this one. I thought it was absolutely incredible. Again, here, this time the triangle is against Merino. Look how difficult this can be. And this is what I mean when I say Arteta's build a side of technical giants. Merino here, maybe, you know, you wouldn't expect him to get out of this situation. Or maybe you'd think, okay, he's going to just play one in here. He's going to play one back here to Gabriel, to Timber there, or even just simply play one into Partey. But no, that's not how Merino thinks. He's actually quite a progressive player. He wants to play the forward passes. He wants to link the attack to the defense, really to the midfield really quickly. And you'll see here in the second screenshot, just look at that. Absolutely incredible for him to find this sort of pass, find this sort of skill to move away from the midfield. Look at them now. That's 3 that were on him now simply becomes 2, and the ball is here and it goes into the pass of Martinelli, who can go and attack. And look at that, 5 Liverpool players outside of the game. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 out of the game, purely off of the bravery that Merino has on the ball to find Martinelli. Really love this from him. Let us just quickly move on to the next part, the goal. I think we all know the goal, but again, look at his neck muscles here. Wow, look at how much power he's trying to put in there. Really, really underestimating this sort of technical excellence that this header requires, you know, the amount of flexibility, stooping that low for someone so tall. It's silly things you may say, but it's his flexibility, his ability as a whole to even do that. It's really, really nice. And Nicholas Hover is just going to be an absolute dream man with all these tall men who are really, really flexible. And it was a great header, to be honest. Great moment for him. He needed that. And you can see the passion here in the celebration. Really, really loved that from him. You know, he needed that. Saw on the Twitter timeline, a lot of Arsenal fans were going for him. And he scored just at the right time. And everyone was back on in loving him. But he's a great player. Great header, great goal, great moment. Did his lovely little corner flag sort of celebration as well. It's just all round a nice moment here at the Emirates Stadium. But let us move on to the next part, and it's his duels. You know, didn't really get to talk about it a lot today because I feel like it's just been all about his flexibility on and off the ball. But here it is, jumping up for a header with McAllister, and in the end it goes on the ground and he wins the duel again. Here, 3 minutes in, this was with Salah to the right here. This duel, important, first duel, win the ball. Merino gets his foot onto the ball, really nice stuff. And 3 minutes in, I thought, okay, this is going to really ease him in. He's going to feel really confident. Obviously, he did make the mistake to Salah, who nearly scored, but really good to see Merino in the duel, win the duel, and get us, you know, in a sort of position where we're confident. The fans were up. Really, really good moment there for Merino. And, you know, we can tell why he was a top dueler, because he really was going into these duels trying to win the ball, fearless, didn't really worry about injuries. Even the goal, fearless, didn't worry about any legs in his face. Even the chance he missed from not even too long, you know, before, he missed that. He hurt his arm. He doesn't care. He wants to go into the challenges, wants to contest, and that's really, really good stuff. And of course, this moment was really, really nice as well. This is Merino on the ball. Maybe a pass in there is on. Maybe, you know, turn back and conserve the ball, go into there. But no, he sees Kai Havertz. May seem simple, but the weight of pass has to be perfect because this line of Liverpool players are ready to intercept. We see Virgil van Dijk. It's a really, really good situation to put ourselves in. Unfortunately, 85 minutes in, I think just tiredness was there. Havertz was tired. Maybe if that was a Sterling or someone running behind, we could have made something from it. But no, just a really nice weighted ball into the path of Havertz, who could drive with it. Should have made more from it, like I've said. But really nice to see Merino brave so late on in the game, trying these passes, trying to win the game. Really knows what it means to us, the 3 points, you know. Unfortunately, weren't able to get it, but, you know, an overall really solid performance from Mikel Merino. And we'll see here from FootMob, 7.5 rating, 90 minutes played, a goal, you know, 27 out of 34 accurate passes, 1 chance created, 47 touches, 5 touches in the opposition box. Really nice to see him in the box, creating, trying to get touches, you know, dispossessed only twice there. 2 out of 3 of his tackles won, 1 interception, 4 recoveries. Really good tracking back from him. 3 out of 10 ground duels won, maybe not his best, but again, contesting those ground duels is only a positive sign. 4 out of 7 aerial duels won, again, really nice stats there. But overall, 28 years old, first sort of performance for us where we can be like, we know what you're about. And I think it's going to really, really show us that he is going to be a great fit for this system. But anyway, Gunners, that's it for now. Hope you have enjoyed, and until next time, peace.